Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my Lady Boss YouTube channel. So today I wanted to get into the video of how to advance and level up within your career, because at the end of the day it's like I don't think you should be able to get by in your career. I want people to work towards like getting that raise, getting to that next title position of being like the manager, the CEO, and even if it's coming down to you owning your own business, like I think in every single aspect, no matter what type of career you're in, no matter if you own your business or you don't, I think you should learn how to level up in every single way, shape, or form, because everybody has so much involvement with work. If you think about it, like that's where you spend most of your time, most of your energy, and that's where a lot of time and effort gets put towards that is your career. So that's why I think it's super important to really give it your all, level up, and that's what this video is going to be all about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into a few tips that I have for you in order to level up and advance in your career. My tip number one is to take initiative. So no matter what, just go ahead and always be proactive and be 2 steps ahead. Because a lot of times, like a lot of people just do the bare minimum of what they're asked. You know, they'll just kind of do things to just get them by and just, you know, start at 9 o'clock, end at 5 o'clock, like just kind of like go through the whole motions of it. But literally, if you're the one to take action and you're proactive and you're the one who is really trying to learn the business, if you're the one who's doing above and beyond and you're the one who is taking that initiative, you will go ahead and see raises a lot quicker. You will see title positions where you'll be able to reach them a lot quicker. So if you kind of think about it at the same time, like if you don't put in that extra effort or go that extra mile, you're not going to get that raise at the end of the day. Like you can sit there and complain and be like, oh my gosh, it's been a year, I haven't gotten a raise. But look back and be like, did I take initiative? Was I proactive? Did I do more than what was asked of me just to do it because I wanted to excel and exceed in that career? Think about it. If you didn't do that, then obviously the results are lacking and you're kind of going to not get that raise that you wanted and you're not going to be able to hit that next level position. And I know that it's something not always, you know, kind of the forefront of people's mind to take that extra step or extra mile, but at the same time, let alone, trust me, it'll go a long way. My tip number 2 is to be a problem solver. So honestly, I will live by this. If there is a will, there is a way. Trust me, because at the end of the day, like if there's a situation or a problem that gets presented to you, like don't only attack it from one way. Like I said, if there's a will, there's a way, and like there's going to be so many different types of angles and situations that you can think of and that you can try to do to really problem solve and get through that situation. So like I said, don't just hit it from one angle, hit it from multiple angles, try to just get multiple solutions to that problem or situation and then go from there. Because a lot of times what happens is people will just kind of think of one way to do things and then just be like, okay, couldn't figure it out, this is going wrong, I don't know what to do now. And then they'll just kind of like give up and just say, okay, well, maybe you can handle it and maybe you can try to find out a situation. But like at the end of the day, it's like if you gain those skill sets and you mentally challenge yourself that way and you try to problem solve and you try to hit it with different angles and kind of like dig deeper and like do the research or ask the questions or go up to somebody else and try to like figure it out, that skill set will take you so far in your career. Trust me, like I cannot tell you how important that is to be a good problem solver and to really challenge yourself mentally like that, because at the end of the day, like people like people who try. People like to work with people who try as well too. So it's just like if they know that you're going to go that extra mile, put in that extra effort to figure out different solutions to that problem and situation, like people are going to commend you for that. Like you're going to look a lot more respectable in someone else's eyes, more intelligent, like such good qualities kind of come along with being a good problem solver. So that's one thing. If you want to learn how to level up in your career, this is something that I really do highly recommend to either work on if you're not there yet, or if you do have that skill set within you, just keep pushing forward, keep doing it, keep utilizing it, and it'll go a long way. My tip number 3 is knowledge is power. So if you can learn as much as you can about the company that you're working for or the ins and outs of the business, or even shadowing somebody as well too, to just learn as much as you can, that will get you so far in your career. Because at the same time, because when you're learning so much about something or some type of business or some type of like company that you're working for, you will be able to really portray that to other people. Like say if you have customers and you're dealing with customers and you know the ins and outs of the business, like the way that you can articulate, the way that you can speak, and the way that your confidence is can really shine through, and people can actually really notice that about you, you know, if you know that much about the business. That's why you can tell the difference between somebody who doesn't really know too much about the business, because they're not going to know how to answer those people's questions when they have, you know, different questions about this or this product or whatever it is, versus somebody who knows the business, who can really answer those questions to the fullest ability and their capabilities, because they know everything about that product or that company or the business model or business plan or anything like that, to be able to really help those people who are interested, as in such like your customers. So an example that I do have for you too is even for me and my career and what I decided to do, and in real estate, like by all means, I was so brand new to this industry. I had no knowledge of anything. I did not know any of the terminology. I wasn't really, you know, educated before I had started hopping into this career. So at the beginning, you could tell, like, say if I answer the phone or people ask me questions about this property, like you could tell that I had no confidence, that I was scared to answer people's questions. I really hated picking up the phone because I was really scared that I couldn't answer somebody when they would ask me something, or like I felt like I was dumb if I was like, I don't know, let me go ahead and get back to you. Let me go ahead and run this by so-and-so. You know, like I just didn't have that confidence because I wasn't really familiar with the business. But because I didn't want to feel that level of, like, I guess you could say stupid or whatever, I don't really want to use those terms, but you know, the more that I just educated myself about the business, the more that I learned, the more that I had that yearning to really grow and to really grasp the concept of the ins and outs of real estate, like that's when my confidence like really exuded and people realized it. And that was one thing where I had to learn early on, because I was already young. I was one of the youngest ones in my career when I had first started out, and you know, people would like down on me, and the fact is, like, if I couldn't answer their questions, they would think I was even more dumb. So it's just like, it didn't help. I didn't like that feeling, so I really took it upon myself to learn so much and to really just excel in everything that I could knowledge-wise about the business. And yes, of course, like life is always going to, you know, throw you curveballs. Your job is going to throw you curveballs. If you just continue to want to learn and to grow, like you're never going to be faulted for that, like hands down. And the fact is, like, that's what I decided. Like, I know I'm not going to know everything about real estate. I'm constantly going to be learning about certain things and just things in the contract changing or whatever it is, but I have a good foundation of what real estate is, and I can answer any questions in my sleep. I can, you know, articulate and be very thorough to how I can respond to other people. It really does help at the end of the day, because, you know, I'm not looked down upon as I used to when I first started out in this career 5 years ago. Like, people now have so much respect. They ask me for advice, they ask me for help and my opinions, you know, now. So it's kind of like the roles have really reversed. That's why I think if you're going to work at a company or run your own business or whatever it is, knowledge is so powerful. And if you can really get down to the bottom of it, know so much about the company, know so much about your business, like it will help so much of how other people perceive you, but then at the same time, it'll help your business run a lot smoother. It'll help people like really depend on you if you work in a team or if you work for a company as well too. My last and final tip is to envision. So pretty much, you know, I get that in every single type of business, like you have to kind of start from the ground and work your way up, right? So in those types of business structures, definitely kind of give yourself that motivation, give yourself like an end goal, because that is the only way that it's going to keep you on your toes. So envision you like being the CEO of your company one day, or maybe it's the shift leader, the team manager, or whatever it is that you can envision yourself, because once you get to that point of having this vision, you can go ahead and start acting like it. And that's how you can really kind of step into that position and just kind of be in that other person's shoes who is the CEO of your company or who is the new manager of your company. So if you're able to kind of put yourself in that position and see yourself in that position and really just work towards, having those same attributes and just working towards those qualities that you know that you want to have at the end of the day to really excel and to level up in your career. That is going to really help you kind of gain some guidance. It's going to give you some straight and narrow path where you can really focus on. And that is really important because just in general, I know there's so many people that just go to work, come home, hate what they're doing, and honestly that is just not the way to live your life. Like I said, your job consists of so much of your life. It takes up so much time, it consumes a lot of what you do on an every single day basis. So it's if you are going to a job that doesn't work for you and you're not happy in it, find something that you really do enjoy, because at the end of the day, you should want to envision yourself running the company eventually, or running your own business that had a similar format to the job that you used to work at. It's those things to go ahead and to be able to motivate you and just get you excited about your everyday life and just what you're doing work-wise. Alright guys, so I am going to close out this video. I hope that you learned something from the 4 tips that I provided for you on how to level up and advance in your career. Like I said, a lot of my YouTube videos, they're super structured on things I've learned, had to grow through, had to just learn those certain types of steps on how to get there, especially in my career. And that's why I love to make these videos, because honestly, this is something that I'm super passionate about, because I have found something that I truly love to do, and I see so many people go day in and day out just trying to get by with their job, and honestly I just think life is too short to have to deal with that. And the fact is, I want to help other people out there to level up in their career, to advance to their highest and best capabilities, because I feel like everybody has that potential to do that. If I'm able to do it, like I said, I am no way, shape, or form special. I've done and got to where I am today because I've worked hard. That's what I want to transfer over to you and to inspire you to take that initiative, to be a better version of yourself, to really harness and just hone in on a job that you love to do, and to really excel, to level up in every way, shape, or form, and just kill it in life. So without further ado, I am going to close this video out. Thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next week's video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.